That's a great question. Why BFF? Well, first, BFF started because for years I've asked God, what is it that I'm created to do? What's my purpose? What's my why? Who am I? Who is Brittany? And for years I struggled not knowing, not understanding, not clear, existing, accomplishing all these things, good at what I do. But I often wondered, is that who I am? Is that who God created me to be? And it was one day on a call with a peer. We were talking about, some Bible characters, and we were talking about business, just, doing just friend things, right? Normal stuff to me. But in that call, God dropped it in the middle of my spirit, BFF. It was bestie in faith, sister friend. I just started writing all these things. And I was just like, Lord, what are you telling me? Mind you, a couple of weeks before that, I had been praying and wanted to give up. I was like, I'm tired of being good at what I do, but not knowing who I am. And, but God, He's a character. He does things at his timing. And it reminded me of Isaiah 60:22. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. And in that time of May of 2020, that's when God gave me BFF. And I was scared. I was like, wait, me? Are you sure? That's a large task, Father. And he dealt with me for 3 years. And I struggled because it was something that I knew it was a God thing. But personally, I questioned, am I right for the position? And it was in my prayer time that God told me, I equipped you for this season. I equipped you for this community. You know what it feels like to need a community. You know what it feels like to need to be seen, to be heard, to be recognized, to be identified, not for what you do, but for who you are. And so here I am. BFF, we're officially launching through a brunch on Saturday, April 29th, 2023, here in Houston, Texas. And if you know me, I love a brunch. However, if you also know me, I love authenticity, transparency, and I expect transformation to take place, healing, being identified, because that is the main objective of BFF. It is a community curated for women like you and I that are needing to be spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally healed from head to toe. When I think about the woman today, when I think about me, Brittany, I think about what shaped me into the woman that I am today. And I think about, it brings me back to the remembrance of when I was a little girl and when certain seeds were planted of rejection, abandonment, not being identified, not knowing who I am, be quiet. So then hush mouth grace fell upon me. And I was quiet for years, and now it's time to speak loudly. Now it's time to be bold. The time is now. So I'm coming for the little girl in you. I'm coming for the little girl that dealt with rejection, that dealt with abandonment, that dealt with identity issues, that dealt with not knowing who she is. Understand what she's good at doing, but not knowing who she is, that God created her to be. Because it's time for us to deal with that. It's time for us to deal with the little girl in you, so that way you can become the best version of yourself. I just want you at your best. God is using me as a vessel to draw you nearer to him, because he's calling on you. He's pulling on us to be the best version that we can be. And I'm just being obedient. Join me April 29th from 12 to 3 at Holiday Inn Galleria Express, where we will plant the seed of becoming her, the woman you needed as a little girl. Look forward to seeing you. Love you sincerely, your BFF.